Walt Whitman was an American writer who lived in the 19th century, and who is now known by many as one of the most influential poets in American history. He was a great admirer of President Abraham Lincoln and wrote the poem "O Captain, My Captain" to honor him. Before we get into a quick analysis of the actual poem, it is important to consider the historical context of the work. Abraham Lincoln lived in America in the 19th century and served as President of the United States for 4 years. He is regarded by many as the most popular American president of all time. He is famous for his leadership during the American Civil War and for legally abolishing slavery. In the 19th century, there was a lot of disagreement between the North and South of the US. One point that was heavily disagreed upon was slavery. The North did not approve of having slaves. Abraham Lincoln was also very much opposed to slavery and tried to spread his views whilst working as a politician. With the support of the northern states, Lincoln became the 16th president of the US. But shortly after, in 1861, the American Civil War began. The strong division between the Union and the Confederacy led to this war. Lincoln was determined to keep the country together, even though it was in a crisis. There were several battles between the two parties. It was the Union or North, which consisted of 23 states and 5 border states led by Abraham Lincoln, against the Confederacy or South, with 11 supporting slave states under Jefferson Davis. A short time after Lincoln had won the Civil War and had gotten re-elected as president, he attended a theater play with his wife and got shot in the back of the head by a Confederate sympathizer. In the poem "O Captain, My Captain," Walt Whitman wrote a lamentation for the death of President Lincoln. The poem speaks of how a ship comes back triumphantly after a long journey, yet its captain has sadly died. The story is an elegy for Lincoln who, just like the captain, did not survive the journey, or in this case, the Civil War. Let's have a look at the 3 paragraphs of Whitman's poem and what they convey. O Captain, my Captain, our fearful trip is done. The ship has weathered every wreck, the prize we sought is won. The port is near, the bells I hear, the people all exulting, while follow eyes the steady keel, the vessel grim and daring. But O heart, 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 O the bleeding drops of red, where on the deck my captain lies, fallen cold and dead. The poem starts with stating how the difficult journey of a ship has come to an end successfully. The port is close by and people are celebrating. Eyes follow the ship on its way. However, the captain lies dead on the deck of the ship. Weathered every wreck refers to how the ship and its crew have survived many a difficulty. People exulting means that people are celebrating. Follow eyes the steady keel means that people are eagerly watching the ship's arrival. And the grim vessel refers to how the ship is carrying a gloomy message, how its captain did not survive. O Captain, my Captain, rise up and hear the bells. Rise up, for the flag is flung, for you the bugle trills. For you bouquets and ribboned wreaths, for you the shores are crowding. For you they call the swaying mass, their eager faces turning. Here, Captain, dear father, this arm beneath your head. It is some dream that on the deck you've fallen cold and dead. In the second paragraph, the captain is asked to rise so that he can hear the bells, see how the flags are hung out for him, and how music is being played, how there is a crowd eagerly awaiting his arrival. The speaker states how he will put his arm under the captain, saying that it must be a dream that he is no longer alive. A bugle is an instrument referring to how there is live music. Bouquets and wreaths are awaiting to celebrate the captain's victory, and the speaker calls the captain father because he looks up to him. My captain does not answer, his lips are pale and still. My father does not feel my arm, he has no pulse nor will. The ship is anchored safe and sound, its voyage closed and done. From fearful trip the victor ship comes in with object won. Exult, O shores, and ring, O bells! But I with mournful tread walk the deck my captain lies, fallen cold and dead. The third paragraph emphasizes how the captain is no longer alive. He cannot feel anything and his heart no longer beats. There is no pulse. The ship has now safely arrived. The journey's goal has been accomplished and people are celebrating, yet the speaker is mourning his captain. Exult refers to how the speaker tells the crowd, yes, rejoice, celebrate the victory. I will stay here and mourn my captain. I hope this video was in some way helpful for you. For more videos like this one, head over to my channel, Illustrated and Explained.